absolutely immense, huge secrets. And please remember, this is only secret because it has been kept secret. It has been, although, this is another long story, like many people accuse the Freemasons of being a secret society and having great secrets kept. And top Freemasons, the more reasonable ones, always say, actually, we don't have secrets. It is all there if you want to see it. It is only secret to people who don't know it. It isn't that we have withheld them. So, in a sense, therefore, you will soon find out how I have revealed these secrets, although just like the atom has existed, of course, from time immemorial, from the Big Bang, the beginning of universe. But the atom was only discovered in the 20th century, at the beginning of the 20th century, with the scientist Rutherford and others who finally worked out the structure of the atom. But the atom has always been there. So we only discovered the atom in the 20th century. So in other words, these secrets are there for whatever reason. Therefore, I shall explain how you will be hearing it for the first time. Now, here is the challenge, here are the three huge, immense secrets which I shall reveal, and you will see how it is the beginning of all knowledge. I do not understand how science could progress without having understood these facts. What I'm going to reveal to you are absolutely scientific facts. I must also emphasize on this, I am not airy-fairy, a sort of new age, a sort of person. With all due respect, I have no objections to it. But if I mean talking about me, but I don't want to universalize, if one, or let's universalize, if one doesn't stick to the scientific methodology, my problem is that then anything goes. I mean, if you tell me that tomorrow you have secret information that the sky is going to fall down, like the chicken in the fairy tale story, I cannot object to it, because if once you release your scientific attachment, then everything is equal and valid and co-equal. So, in other words, I must make it clear, this is one reason that I stick to my science. I will talk scientific. It is scientific secrets. These are the secrets of great science, deep, profound science. In other words, it is not anything goes. It is not just fantasy, imagination, spiritual search, etc. These are absolutely kosher secrets. So, just in time for you to know, very quickly, therefore, I will, the three secrets which I shall reveal tonight are the following. I mean, this is not the secret yet, but here are the scientific questions, which incredibly, therefore, I think the reason no one has dealt with them is because they don't know the answers. You see, there is this curious fact that Isaac Newton, almost the founder of modern science, the greatest scientist of, probably some people think, of all time. I don't think so, because I think that his discovery of gravity is not all the answers which people thought it was. They even deified Newton. Later on there was a kind of myth saying that Newton is God almost, So, or rather, he's acting for God. God wanted him to reveal the gravitational force. But let me give you a simple example to show you how it is not everything. I mean, surely all of you have experienced this. When you walk in a pebbly, sandy, stony place, a stone usually jumps up, enters your shoe, and goes under your feet. I mean, for that to be explained in terms of the gravitational force of Isaac Newton, I challenge any scientist to be able to explain that. That a small pebble should defeat the gravitational force of the planet Earth and be able to fly in the air, and never mind that, then go sideways and somehow find your shoe and enter in the shoe, you see, and then go under your feet. I mean, there are so many incredible, complex forces involved there that there is no way you can explain through either Isaac Newton's gravitational force or Einstein's theory of relativity. That's another long story. So in other words, here it is. My objections to science are, it is not the New Age objection. My objection to science is that it is not scientific enough. You see, we know absolutely an enormous amount. What we don't seem to understand or know is that we know very, very, very little compared to what we don't know. What we don't know is so immense that the very lot we know is insignificant. And this is what is very interesting, that Tolstoy, the great Russian writer, alone understood this, you know. In already 19th century, Tolstoy said precisely this, that compared to what we know, what we don't know is incredibly immense. And just a simple thing, another quick example, look at the sky, you know, look at the sky at night. And what you have is, you know, we know about Big Bang Theory, etc. And yet, it is continuously being refined to take care of the terrible things we don't know, because the matter in the sky, you know, galaxies and so on, is massive. And yet, the darkness of that matter is in a space of total darkness, which is 100-fold more. And we know nothing about what darkness is made of. We know nothing. And this is why cosmologists come up with, every now and then, with a theory of saying, well, it is a dark matter. And yet no one knows what is dark matter. Recently, there's a new theory of a dark energy flow, just to go with the dark matter. So I mean, later on, if you want me to, I will tell you why these ridiculous ideas come out. You know, the Big Bang Theory, I will not yet, I shall take it for granted that people accept it. But Big Bang Theory is so ridiculous that it is not different from New Age hot air fantasies. If you believe in Big Bang, you can believe in anything. And I don't know why Big Bangers then mock at the New Ageists, because they are not very far from it, you see. So, you see, I think scientists get so bored with their limited, blinkered view of things that they end up somehow lightening their burden through some kind of their own kind of poetry, let's say mathematical poetry. I mean, Big Bang Theory is really poetry. It has nothing to do with science. In other words, I object to it because it is not scientific enough. It is based very quickly to show you why I think it's nonsense, because it is based on the